Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In my last video in this series, we have discussed about what is MCP and why we need MCP and its architecture. So in this video, we will be creating a very small MCP server and we will try to connect it using Anthropic Cloud, and maybe like also we will try to use the cursor. So we'll see how can we do that. So first of all, this is my requirement text file. So we need to have three packages. One is LangChain MCP adapters and LangGraph, and also we need to have a LangChain OpenAI. So LangGraph is not necessary for this tutorial, but it needed in the future videos. So ensure that you have run this requirement text file. Then I have my .env file where I have my OpenAI key. Okay. So once the basic requirement is done, we can go and create one file that is called math_server.py. Okay, so we can import few packets. So that is, one is like MCP server.fast API. We can import fast MCP. Okay, so the fast MCP is a server in which which will help us to create the MCP server. So I can have a fast MCP, and here I am going to say this is my server. Okay, then here I have two methods that I am going to define. One is add. Okay, that is, we will be adding two numbers, that is a colon, and another one is b, and we will be returning integer and should have a doc string here. I can say that add two numbers. This will return the addition of two numbers, a comma b. Okay, now I can have another method, that is multiply. Here also we will have two numbers, one is integer a and one is integer b, and we will be definitely returning an integer, and here also we will do a multiplied by b. Okay, now just add some doc string here. Multiply two numbers. Fine. Okay, so we have the add and we have the multiply. So this is the basic structure of MCP, but we are missing one thing, that this is a normal function, right? To make it a tool, what we need to mention a decorator, that is MCP tool. Okay, similar to the tool method. Here also we have a MCP tool. Okay, now I can add one more last thing, that is if name equal to main, we can run this MCP server. So MCP run we can use. So here transport we are going to use stdio. Okay, so there are two options, one is SSC and other one is stdio. So we will be using the stdio in this video. Okay, so actually we are done with the server. Okay, so if you look on that, this is only 20 lines of code, and here we have defined a fast MCP server and we added two methods, one is for adding and other is for the multiplying. Okay, then we have a decorator called MCP tool. Okay, now we'll see how can we connect this math server using Claude Desktop, or maybe we can also try to use the cursor. For that, for Claude Desktop, we have to configure the MCP server, and we need to have some kind of a configuration, so that like the Claude knows that okay, there is a MCP server is there, and whenever we ask something, the server will first connect with our MCP server. Okay, so we'll see how that will be done. For that, what we can do, just go to the library, and go to application, support. We have the folder called Claude. Okay, so let me go to this folder. So we can see that there is a file, that is the Claude Desktop config.json. So if you are running first time, okay, then this file will not be there. So we have to go and create this file. So this file is here because I have created that earlier. So just go and create a file called Claude_desktop_config.json. Okay. So now let me open this file. Okay. So I have already configured something for you, like otherwise like I have to write everything from the scratch. So here this is the structure. Okay. So just go and create a file called Claude_desktop_config.json. Okay. Then create a dictionary that is called the MCP servers. Inside that I'm going to create a MCP server, that is math client, and I will be mentioning the command. Okay. So the command will be the Python library that we are going to use. So here I have specifically mentioned which Python I have to run. So I have to run from this environment variable, I mean this environment folder, then I have to use bin and the Python. So that is a command that I am going to use, and which file I have to run. So this is the argument. Okay. So this is the file location that is in my folder. Okay. So actually the server name is, the file name is MCP math_server.py. Then its transport is stdio. So this is the basic structure that we are following. So once the update is done, just close this file, save it and close it. Okay. So we are done. Now what we can do, we can go to, let me go to the Claude. Let me open the cloud. Okay. So if the configuration is good, let me create a new chart. So we'll see if any error is there. The chat is not coming, so that means there are some errors. Let me see that. Okay, there is no error is there, so maybe it should be coming. Okay. So this is working fine. So if all the configuration is good, you will able to see the tools. So here we can see two MCP tools are available. Okay, this is the one that I have created earlier, and here we can see attached from MCP. Okay, so here we can see the MCP server that is already there. So that is the math. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to ask like calculate two, maybe add two numbers 5 and 6. So let me execute it. Okay, see, it already identified that we have a math client is available. So it is asking that it's asking for some kind of a permission to use this. Okay, so allow this chat, allow for this chat. So let me allow this. Okay, so here we can see this is running in local, right? This is the 5 plus 6. So this is the this is in our math client local file, and once this is done, we can see that this is the 5 and 6, that is the 11. Okay. So in this way, we can easily integrate our MCP server with Claude Desktop. Okay. So we'll see one more integration step, that is we can see how can we do that within the cursor. Okay, so I have installed the cursor here. Now maybe I opened it, maybe it may take some time to come up. Okay, so it's coming. So here we can see a gear icon. Just go and click on this gear icon. Cursor is a little slow, so let me see. Okay, so once it's clicked on the gear icon, here we can see MCP. So just click on the MCP. Okay, here we can see add global variable. Okay, so what we can do, we can give the same MCP. Okay, somehow this is not working. Okay, so we can have the same configurations here. So let me copy and paste it from the um, Anthropic. Just a second. So let me open it, copy it, and paste it here. Okay, the same thing. Okay, the cursor would like to access the files in desktop and folders. I'm going to the permission. Okay, so this is done. So MCP is there. Okay, now let me click on here. So here we can see by default it is already connected with our server, right? Now let me do a calculate here. Calculate 2, or I can say add two numbers. Add two numbers 2 and 3. Okay, it is asking for a login. Should login? Okay, let me try to login. Okay, so let me log in here. Okay, now let me go back to the cursor. We'll see it's working or not. Okay, so now I can do a send button. Now let me click on the send. We'll see. See, it is automatically identify the MCP tool. Okay, I will help to add the numbers 2 and 3 using the math client. So it understood that we have a local MCP is there and it is trying to use that one. Okay, now let me hit the run tool. So now we are getting the answer. The sum of 2 and 3 is 5, right? So in this way we can easily create a MCP server and we'll able to connect it using what we call like any other host. So here in this video we discussed about how we connected to the Claude Desktop, and also like I have showed how we connected with the MCP server, cursor, right? So in the next video we'll discuss about how can we use the Python as a the host. Okay, so we'll try to see that in that next video, but I think this is about in this video, and you guys can try it out, and please don't forget to do the like and subscribe. And one more thing that I need to discuss. Okay, if you are using Claude first time, okay, so I had an experience like I have installed the Claude first time, then I went to this particular location. Okay, I went to this particular location, then I was not seeing the Claude folder here. Okay, the Claude folder was not available at that time. So but the Claude folder will created automatically whenever we do a first chat with the desktop application. So ensure that you download it and try to do some practice or try to ask some questions with the Claude Desktop, then it will automatically create this folder. Okay, then you guys can come here and you can create the necessary configuration file. So that's it. As I said, please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.